Chud the Builder got exposed again, y'all. Yep. Chud the Builder like, man, but I already knew. I believe him. Anybody say he like, I believe it. Because what other reason do you got to be Johnny Bravo, big, strong, racist man? I walk around and call black people the N-word. I'm strong and I scream it and I do it. And I only pick on the black guys that are really smaller than me. Yeah. It's like you got something to hide. You got something to hide, homie, and I know it's something about you we don't know about. I just don't know what it is. You feel me? Now, Myron Gains responded to it. We about to get into that clip. Myron actually thinks that Chud the Builder is innocent and he's going to get off. Okay, buddy.
Let me just keep it real. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this, but I'll just say it anyway. After talking with some of you guys that saw the footage, what I've looked at myself, if the eyewitnesses are right, Chud is innocent, bro. That's going to piss a lot of people off. Let me be clear about this, bro. I don't agree with IRL streaming and antagonizing people. I don't agree with that. I even messaged them myself and said, hey, bro, you know, look, you got to move different. You got to be more intelligent. Literally. Like,
now, the reason I'm going to call BS and cap on that Myron Gains is because we have literally seen you on, we have clips, bro. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like when we see stuff in 4K and then you act like we didn't see what we just saw when we seen it. We have real clips of you saying that you thought it was funny. We have real clips of you saying that you think this is what should happen because he's going around antagonizing and he's showing that y'all stereotypes are true because y'all get so mad over a word and y'all ready to crash out. And I actually like Chud and I think what he does is funny. Now, all of a sudden, you don't agree with him antagonizing people. Now you don't agree with it. Okay, buddy.
Like the day or two before he got arrested. And he's a nice guy. He responded, right? He said thank you and everything else like that. But I do think that he's innocent. I do. Just based off the facts and how quickly they arrested him without even having the pump fund video, I do think that more than likely this arrest was politically motivated.
Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Now, I don't know where he's getting that, you know, I think he's innocent. All the stories that I saw, and I have not seen any clear footage, but I have seen some stories on Chud's side, but a lot of the stories that I saw say this is what happened. He walked up on the dude, he antagonized the dude, he walked up, he kept antagonizing, he pulled a gun out. The dude swung at him after he pulled the gun. Chud pulled the gun out, shot the black dude. The black dude swung on him. Chud shot him again, and then tried to run away somehow, some way. Shot himself. They both ended up on the floor. And then the police came, and that's how that happened. That don't make him innocent. You know what I'm saying? That don't make him innocent. And I know for a fact that the prosecutors are going to argue. They're going to say like, okay, even if someone did swing on you, or even if someone did try to punch you, or even if they connected. You didn't say, help, police, help, please. What are you doing? You didn't try to back up. You just reached for your gun and shot him already. You know what I'm saying? So most of the stories that I see, they said his gun came out first. If your gun comes out first before there's been any type of swing, any type of threat, any type of anything like that, if you present your weapon and brandish your gun first, you can't shoot him in self-defense and then talk about his self-defense. No. If you pull your gun out now, it's me who's in self-defense. You just threatened me by brandishing a gun on me. So now if I swing on you, I'm defending myself. You don't get to shoot him and then talk about some, yeah, it was self-defense because I pulled my gun out and then he tried to fight me and then I shot. What? Now, there's actually been no stream. There's no like evidence or footage of him like actually live streaming the whole altercation. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have been came out. He got arrested a while ago. That would have been came out. There's no footage of that. But Myron said that the arrest was politically motivated and they arrested him very fast. I don't really agree with that. I feel like it happened outside of a courthouse, and there's 100 and however how many eyewitnesses to exactly what happened. So if the police looked at the courthouse footage, I'm sure they could just walk back into court, go upstairs, access the cameras, and look to see what happened, and they see what happened in 4K video, and they arrest Chud, that would explain why they arrested him so quickly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it got nothing to do with politically motivated bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think they went upstairs, watched the footage, obviously footage that we don't have because it's from the courthouse. But remember, he shot this dude in front of the courthouse. I don't even know if it's legal to have a gun on you and be that close to the courthouse. Like, I don't even know if it's legal to have a gun on courthouse property. But even if it is, if the police can go back upstairs and see this footage and see that you antagonized him, you pulled your gun out first, and then he swung on you, and then you shot him, that makes perfect sense on why they would arrest you quick.
Point that you guys understand. I don't think the police had this video at the time they made the arrest. Rather, they said, you know what? Let's just arrest him, absolve ourselves of the responsibility, protect him too, because if he walked away from this, it would have been national news and they might try to come and kill him because they doxed his address many times. But I've heard from multiple people that watched the live stream, who, by the way, are probably going to be the most credible witnesses because they actually saw what happened. To me, it looks like a self-defense case. And this has come from people that watch the stream. Yeah, bro. Guys, again, I don't agree with what he does. But at the end of the day, that doesn't give someone license to punch you in the face and attack you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody has the right to self-defense. It doesn't matter. Even if, like, he might have said some things that you're mad about or you don't like. From what I understand, he never called this guy a slur until he came up to him and he said, you're going to chip out. That's when he hit him. But apparently he didn't even drop the N-bomb during this interaction. But the dude had been talking about attacking Chud on Facebook prior to this incident. So in other words, he had already made threats against Chud.
Now, we about to break down them Facebook messages that he just mentioned. And that will be something as a W for Chud. That would be something that his attorneys are going to try to have a field day with. They're going to try to use them. They're going to try to use these little punk ass Facebook messages to justify the fact that he shot this black dude outside the courthouse. Okay. But here's the thing. First of all, Myron, you saying you don't agree with it when we have a bunch of clips of you saying it was funny and you think he's hilarious and you think this is great for free speech and all this. It ain't got nothing to do with free speech. And now you backtracking and saying you don't agree with it when we've seen you pretty much agree with it for I don't know how many days. So that's cap. Okay. And then second of all, just you can't somebody punching you does not justify you pulling a gun out and killing them, shooting them multiple times and trying to kill them. Like, that's not you, bro. Chud is like 6'3", 230 fucking pounds. This little black dude like 5'7", maybe 40 pounds. Like, so if you telling me he swings on you and your big ass pull a gun out and shoot him twice? That ain't how self-defense work. Somebody step on your toe, that don't justify you killing them or trying to kill them just because you understand your ground state. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really the best case that you gonna try to get. I don't think that's gonna work. You feel me? Now let's get into these Facebook messages that apparently the dude Josh is the black dude that Chud shot. Josh said something on Facebook a few months before the shooting happened. He said, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I've been hoping to run into that Chud motherfucker, but he don't be on this side of town. But outside of him, I'ma call them a bitch and go about my day. The girl replied, she said, Chud just trolling us for a reaction. Don't let him bother you either. I don't think he's really racist anyway. It's just all clickbait. He responded, he said, trying to get some traction on my end. So when I start my Twitch, I got a little fan base. And then he said, oh, he don't bother me. I just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're going to try to use. They're going to try to use these messages right here and try to say, look, the black dude, Josh, he planned on fighting Chud. He wanted to fight Chud. He talked about fighting Chud. Look, it was all planned and he... The first thing I saw when I seen these messages was like, damn, nigga, you could have deleted the messages. Damn, you could have used a burner account like Kevin Durant or something. For we trying to get the racist white man locked up. What are you doing?
Call the popo, huh?
You fucking all the way up, Josh. What the fuck are you doing? If we trying to get the racist white man a long time in prison, you can't be on Facebook talking like this 18 weeks ago, Josh. Damn. But I still don't think this is like the greatest piece of evidence in the world. Simply because he didn't really threaten him. He didn't really say, like, when I see Chud, I'm gonna smack him. I don't care what he doing. When he see Chud, I'm gonna kill him. I didn't really see nothing very like direct like that. You feel me? But we do have tweets of Chud saying that I'm gonna end the live stream by basically killing a black dude in the street and then getting off on it. We see that. That's a lot more direct. That's a lot more direct than what Josh said on Facebook. You feel me? So if anything, I think those two posts, Josh's Facebook and Chud's Twitter, I think those two will cancel each other out. And neither one will probably mean much in like the prosecution of this case. But now that all that's over, let's get into Chud's new gay lover coming out and exposing Chud.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I don't know if it's already public knowledge, but like that Chud the Builder guy, the blatantly racist white guy that's in Tennessee and like just is blatantly racist, we're from the same town. And multiple times he sent me and my other gay boyfriends nudes on Grindr. So oh my god, great question. I don't know if you've like ever thought about this, but the world actually like operates on a timeline. And part of the timeline is the past. And in the past, I didn't have a boyfriend like I do in the current, like present tense, so. Okay, but low-key, I'm happy that my video outing Chud the Builder, aka Dalton Etherly or whatever, is getting like traction because we went to the same high school together and trigger warning, I was popular on Vine, like that was my thing. And one day I was staying after school for math tutoring because I needed help in math. And I was standing outside of the school, like on my phone, just like being on my phone. And he took a picture of me, then posted it to social media being like, this is what like the internet popular kids do in real life. Like this is what they're actually like. Bitch, I'm sitting there waiting for my mom to pick me up from after school tutoring. And you're taking a picture of me Right. So at the end of the day, I won. You're going to jail, if not prison, and your bond was $1.2 million.
I believe everything he's saying because something like that has to be you. Like there's no reason for a happy person. You know what I'm saying? I always thought anybody who racist is something wrong with you, bro. There's not you're not about to tell me you don't like black people just because their skin is darker than yours. That don't make sense. It has to be something bigger than that. You feel me? And that would explain why he's so mad. He walking around. So it take a lot of energy for a motherfucker to walk outside and antagonize people and be hostile to everybody he come in contact with. Have no friends, no real family for real. His family don't even rock with him like that. He going outside and being hostile. It sounds like, yeah, that sounds about right. A few things has happened. Number one, either you like man booty and you don't want nobody to find out and you insecure about that, so you outside trying to be this tough, big macho man that bully everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or it could be the fact that you wasn't cool in school. You never felt like you was accepted. The girls never liked you. Like I said in my last video, I feel like it's very possible that a black dude probably stole the girl that he liked and he been racist ever since. Maybe he been racist ever since. I don't know. But the fact that you sound like you was a dork in school, it sound like the girls didn't like you in school, you know what I'm saying? It sound like a black dude might have took your girlfriend, or the girl that you liked end up going to prom with a black dude instead of you, and you felt like you should have got it because you're white and she's white, and whatever the case is, something like that. This perfectly will explain everything that he does, because it got to be something really fucking wrong with you to go outside, pay for a cameraman, go outside all day, every day, and your whole content is just antagonizing people, being hostile, pissing people off, getting into altercations, getting into fights. It's something wrong with you. Maybe you got touched as a little boy. I don't know. It's something wrong with you, though. It's not normal. A normal motherfucker is not doing that, okay? A normal, everyday, happy, regular person is not going outside antagonizing people like that. Period. It's not happening. I don't give a fuck how much they paying you or what type of clickbait you trying to get. You know what I'm saying? It's a million other ways to get content. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to go outside and just innocently troll people and kind of be a little annoying. That's cool. We see Jack Doherty do it all the time, but you don't see him being hostile and aggressive and you know what I'm saying, towards people. And 1090 Jake pointed it out, and ever since he pointed it out, every time I see a clip of Chud, I'm like, bro, 1090 Jake was right. He only pick on people that's smaller than him, shorter than him, skinnier than him. He don't never pick on old man. He don't never pick on nobody that's his size, his height, his build. You feel me? It's all Chud is like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", probably 230, 40 fucking pounds. The little black dude Josh looked like he about 5'7", maybe 135, maybe 140 pounds. And just go look at the most viral Chud clips and see when he say the craziest shit to people. It's always people that's smaller, younger kids, old people that can't even defend themselves. It's always people like that. And even then, he's still scared. Even then, he still got the gun. He clutching a gun in his pocket and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's got to be something wrong. He might have got bullied. He might have got swirly. They might have threw him in the locker. I don't know what the fuck it was. But you could obviously tell that he either like man booty. He got something to hide. He insecure about something. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Do y'all think Chud is gonna get off with this? Do y'all think that the Facebook messages is gonna actually do something for his case? I don't. I think he cooked either way. Especially since he got so much cases. He's known for antagonizing people. So I don't really think that the Facebook message is gonna make that much of a fucking difference, to be honest. I think it might help a little bit, but I think I don't think he can avoid doing prison time. I don't think he's just gonna leave the court after being charged with attempted murder. I can't see it because he's a white man and he did something to a black man. So I ain't gonna say it's impossible. But you know, if the prosecutors really want him, they'll get him. If the prosecutors want him, they will get him because it's not too much of a defense that he got